Hello and welcome to the Village Library of Morris. Today I want to do a walkthrough through the library for anybody who is unfamiliar with it. Here we have the entryway, which has our community bulletin boards on either side of the door. These are updated fairly regularly with current events that are happening in the area. In the main room of the library, we have adult fiction and DVDs. Our DVDs are categorized by genre and alphabetically by the title. Right next to the circulation desk, before the adult fiction books start, we have a shelf of new books. Some of these titles are brand new, just released, and others are just new to the library. We also have a collection of local authors and large print books. Next to the circulation desk, we have our collection of paperbacks and audiobooks. Down here, we have circuit DVDs. And these are DVDs that we don't own, but we have for 3 months. And the titles can be found in the binder that sits on the top of the circulation desk. Right in front of the circulation desk, we have the children's room. The children's room is filled with fun things for kids to do while at the library. Not only do we have books, but we also have DVDs and other activities that kids can do while they're here. We have juvenile nonfiction books here, and to help you find the book that you are looking for, we have Dewey and his description, along with cards that tell you the number, the category, and then a brief description on the back. That way you can find exactly what you are looking for. We also have a collection of board books and early reader books as well. The windows hold seasonal displays and displays of new books. Also in the children's room, we have a collection of chapter books. Newly revamped, we have the young adult room. In here you can find nonfiction for young adult, also classic novels, series books, and chapter books. In this area, we have the new books for young adults. Some are fiction and some are nonfiction, and they rotate every time we get a new book. We also have a seating area right next to our fairy fountain. We also have a public access computer in this room, so if you are working on a research project, you have the ability to do that here. You can also print and make copies. Here we have a little reading nook set up on the floor. You can grab a book and sit down and relax and unwind for a little while, or play one of our handheld little games, or use the Buddha board. On this wall, we have a poster that is actually a scratch-off poster. So on it, there are various titles of different books, and if you would like, you can either pick the book from the shelf if it's one that we have, or you can listen to it using the Libby app, and then when you have finished it, you can find it on the poster and scratch it off. Upstairs, you can find various artificial racks throughout the years of the library, as well as the nonfiction room and an extra study area. On the front wall of the library, you will find local history books and old yearbooks. Some of the local history books are non-circulating, so they're not something that you can check out, but they are something that you can use while you're at the library. The nonfiction books up here are organized the same way as the juvenile ones are downstairs. So the number starts at the top closest to the door and works its way all the way around. There are oversized nonfiction, and those are at the bottom of the shelf, and they are in numerical order as well. Here we have another public access computer and place to study. In this desk, we do have a notebook, note cards, and pens for you to use if you need. And we also have some colored pencils, crayons, and markers if you need them for a project. You can also find some music CDs, so if you bring your own headphones, you can listen to music while you work. Or if you just want to unwind, you can flip through a book or color in a calming coloring book. We also have this room of the library, which is typically not used all that much except for by the staff, but it does act as an additional study space if it is needed. Also, we have a map of local streams, and this past spring we actually had an incubator in here filled with various chicken eggs that hatched throughout the weeks. Libraries are often considered as boring places filled with books and shushing librarians. The Village Library of Morris strives to be more than that. We want the library to be an enjoyable place for everybody. That's why we have so many additional things to offer. September is Library Card Sign-Up Month. And this year, to encourage more people to sign up, we decided to have a Q&A section. So anybody can ask questions and submit them, and I will answer them here. The first question is donations. So the library does take book donations, and will also take DVDs and music CDs and audiobooks. We do have some guidelines for what we will accept and what we won't. We will take any books that are newer or in good condition if we think it's something that our patrons would want to read. Any books that are old or damaged, we probably wouldn't keep. We also don't want any textbooks or magazines because they're just not something that the library could use. And being a smaller library, we do have limited space. This one isn't really a question. It says, the library is a good place to read. And that's true. We have a lot of various books from different genres and reading levels for all readers, and have various cozy little areas for you to sit back and relax in. Next question. How long can I keep my items? This is a very good question. So for books, you can check out the item for 3 weeks. If you need to renew it, you can do that once. DVDs you can have for 1 week, and again you can renew them. There are some DVDs that are TV series that are multiple discs, and those you can have for 2 weeks and then renew again as needed. This question says, when will I get the book that I ordered? I am planning on doing a whole video on the interlibrary loan process and what that means, but to answer this question as simply as I can. This library gets deliveries on Mondays and Wednesdays, and other libraries do as well as throughout the rest of the week. So if you order a book on a Monday, you probably won't get it until the following Monday. There are some books that are very new and have a lot of holds on them, so those would probably take longer to arrive. Another question here is, when was this library open to the public? If you are interested in the history of the library, leave a comment below and I can do a whole video dedicated to the history of this library. But in short, the Village Library of Morris was founded in 1919 under a different name. The last question for today isn't even a question, it is a 5-star review, which makes us very happy. We try very hard to make sure that there is something for everyone here at the library. That is going to be it for today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and click the bell for notifications so you never miss an upload. And don't forget, every time you open a book, you open an adventure.